Pilar Garrido Corrales, born August 22, 1939, is a Filipino pop singer, songwriter, actress, comedian, and television presenter. She is best known for her distinctive backbend when singing and is popularly referred to as the Asia's Queen of Songs for her vocal style and longevity. Hailed as the greatest singer in the Philippines by the media and critics, Corrales has already recorded 135 albums throughout her six-decade career. Her recordings have mainly been in English and Filipino, while on occasion she records songs in Spanish and Cebuano. Her success would later extend to film and television, where her show An Evening with Pilita is considered as one of the standards. Clarification needed: in Philippine broadcasting history, she is a recipient of the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award by the Philippine Association of the Record Industry, PARI, for introducing Filipino musical artistry to a global audience. Lauded for her sweet voice and iconic singing style, Corrales was one of the first superstars in Philippines and became one of the first female artists to reach the top of the Australian pop charts in 1963. Her single A Million Thanks to You became one of the few songs by local artists to reach #1 on the Philippine chart in the 1960s. She was also the first Filipino to win an international music festival at the first Tokyo Music Festival in 1972. She is recognized as one of the great dames of Victorian radio and television and has a street named after her in Melbourne, Australia. She was also honored with an honorary doctorate in music degree by the University of Visayas for her contribution to the Philippine music industry. In a career spanning over 6 decades, Corrales has released a string of signature hits including Kapante I Langit and A Million Thanks to You, which have since become standards. Life and career. This section of a biography of a living person needs additional citations for verification. Please help by adding reliable sources. Contentious material about living persons that is unsourced or poorly sourced must be removed immediately from the article and its talk page, especially if potentially libelous. Find sources: Pilita Corrales, Newspapers Book Scholar JSTOR, May 2024. Learn how and when to remove this message. Early life. Pilar Garrido Corrales was born on August 22, 1939, at Lahug, Cebu City, to Jose Corrales and Maria Garrido. Her cousin, Annie Corrales, was Miss Philippines in 1957 and married the businessman Eddie Woolbright. After finishing her studies at Colegio de la Immaculada Concepcion in Cebu, she went to a finishing school, charm school, in Spain at the Colegio Mayor de Padre Poveda. Career. In 1957, Corrales began her recording career after arriving in Australia for a brief period. She became a star of the Victoria television circuit and her first hit, Come Closer to Me, became part of a collection on which she is billed as one of the grand dames of Victorian radio and television. She also recorded at least 3 LPs in the late 1950s and early 1960s, Pilita with Arthur Yun, Pilita Tells the Story of Love, I'll Take Romance, and This Is Pilita under Astor Records. Being one of the pioneers of Australia's early television years, a street was named after her in Victoria. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation, ABC, featured Corrales and several pioneering female artists in Australia in the second episode of the highly acclaimed TV special, Love is in the Air. Corrales returned to Manila in 1963 to pursue a career in the Philippine music industry. Her Philippine career began when she hosted a radio program La Taverna over DZPI where she sang Spanish songs and played the guitar. She performed regularly in stage shows at the Manila Grand Opera House. She also appeared in movies, most of them musicals. Her film debut was a lead role in the 1968 film Miss Vawa and was followed by 11 films for the next 2 years. Corrales later recorded songs in Spanish in the early 1960s as well as songs in English, Tagalog and Cebuano during the 1970s under Visor Music Corporation. Corrales frequently performed for Seeing Stars with Joe Carino on IBC Channel 13 after the martial law years, where she demonstrated her range as a gifted performer of Spanish, English, Cebuano and Tagalog music. Aquarius Record Philippines produced a compilation of Pilita's Spanish songs on CDs like Noche de Ronda, Via con Dios. Her signature song A Million Thanks to You by Alice Doria Gamillo was translated into 7 languages. She eventually recorded songs composed by Filipino composers like Danny Homson, George Canseco, Willie Cruz, Ryan Cayabyab, and several others. Under Visa Records, Corrales interpreted numerous Filipino classics and introduced them to younger audiences. Corrales first met Canseco in Your Evening with Pilita, aired on pre-martial law ABS-CBN, as a guest in the composer's portion of the show. For the show, Canseco brought with him You're All I Love. Canseco later wrote Filipino lyrics for the song, which became Kapante Ay Langit, the first song Canseco sold to a record label in 1966. The song was first recorded by Amapola aka Maria Cabez for the movie theme of Kapante Ay Langit starring Marlene Dodon and Eddie Rodriguez. The song won for George Canseco and Amapola the Manila Film Festival Award for Best Song of the Year. The song did not fare well commercially because Amapola had left for her U.S. concert tours, and the song was not promoted properly, according to Canseco during an interview with the Philippine Daily Inquirer. But when Corrales revived the song, it turned into a classic and defied trends and time. The song, Corrales said, was included in my album Philippine Love Songs Volume 1, which was released in the early 1970s. Through the personal invitation of Sammy Davis Jr., Corrales became the first Filipino to sing at Caesar's Palace. In her concert at Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas during the late 1970s, Corrales sang Spanish, English, Cebuano, and Tagalog songs, all conducted and arranged by Ryan Cayabyab. After receiving a 1965 Philippine Citizens Award for TV as Best TV Female Performer, Corrales went on to receive Cecil, Aliv, Tinig and Awit and several other awards for her performances and lifetime achievement. In 1990, she received a Merit Award from the Falmouth Awards. In 1991, she was given a Lifetime Achievement Award by the Philippine Association of the Record Industry, PERI, for bringing Filipino musical artistry to an international audience. She was the first Filipino to win at an international music festival by bagging the Best Performer Award during the first Tokyo Music Festival, 1972, where she bested numerous international artists, including Olivia Newton-John. She operates a restaurant bar in Green Hills named Pilita's. In 2006, Corrales was selected by Associated Broadcasting Company, ABC Channel 5, now TV5, formerly the 5 Network, and Fremantle Media to be one of the celebrity judges for the first-ever nationwide search for the Philippine Idol together with composer Ryan Cayabyab and rapper Francis Magalona. She was a judge in the first Asian Idol held in Indonesia, representing Philippine Idol. Personal life. Corrales has 2 children, Jackie Lou Blanco and Ramon Christopher Gutierrez. Her children are also well-known celebrities in the Philippine film industry. Corrales was married in 1963 to the Spanish executive businessman Gonzalo Blanco and separated while her daughter was still a child. Gonzalo died in 1981. Corrales gave birth to her second child, Ramon Christopher Gutierrez, in 1971, known to be the father of Janine Gutierrez. Ramon Christopher's father is Filipino actor Eddie Gutierrez. Corrales also has an adopted son, VJ. On May 22, 2001, Corrales married Paraguayan/Australian businessman Carlos Lopez.